Well, hello there. Do you come here often? I hope you do. Not because of the algorithm, but because your face is beautiful. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Sorry it's been so long. I have been dealing with stuff and things and life and just got busy. And I haven't had much of a chance to record. But as in life, I have also been busy in Minecraft. And you might actually be able to tell a couple of things on the left here, what I've been kind of up to. And this episode's going to be a little bit weird compared to most. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything kind of live with you guys, but I thought it's probably worthwhile to show you what I've been up to in the last 3 months, because I've been doing things, and it would be weird if I didn't show you, I suppose. So the first one you'll notice is we've got this tunnel here. Ooh, suspicious. Which I'll show you at the end of the episode. The main reason you guys clicked on this episode. Stay tuned. So you might remember in the Batcave we've had this spider spawner, which up until now has just been floating in the abyss. And what I thought I would do, now that we have the new sculk mechanics, is kind of bring in something cool. So what I've done is, can we get up here? Nailed it. As this is my little AFK posse. Just absolutely beautifully hidden away in this thing. And what we can do is activate the spider spawner from here. And yes, I have downloaded FreeCam because it is incredibly helpful for showing you things like this. So what happens is the spiders spawn, they fall down here, and then they trigger the sculk reaction. And this is like a passive way for me to gather some sculk. Can get the shriekers, we can get the sensors, we can get the veins and the sculk itself. And what I do is I come down here and I kind of mine out the bottom layer that's all been turned to sculk. And then I move the catalysts down and I slowly get deeper and deeper. And this thing gets wider and wider as we go because I take out the sides as well. And what I'm hoping will eventually happen is that we will just dig this all the way down to bedrock using the sculk mechanics, which would be kind of cool. And as you can see, I'm well overdue for kind of digging this out. But I'm thinking what might happen eventually is that I am going to try and also break the bedrock at the bottom. So this ends up just being like, ooh, he shouldn't be able to spawn there. That's very naughty. I'll have to check the lighting down here. But what this, oh, there's two of them. Oh, that's very sneaky. Oh well, more sculk for me, I suppose. Oh, R.I.P. the bat. My goodness. But what I'm hoping this will be is just a void drop. Like the itsy bitsy spider goes down the water spout to the abyss. or something like that. So that's the first thing I thought, kind of cool, used for the spider spawner, and I get some sculk. And if you're curious, I think this is all the stuff that I have mined from it so far. So pretty cool. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is down in the mining area. So you might remember I created this little place to do all our strip mining and such. And as you can see, I have been grinding down in the deep slate level. And there's actually more. There's this, and I've actually already used another whole shulker box of this stuff elsewhere. And as you can see, it has been quite lucrative. I am getting hella rich. And you might notice a little something there which might give away how I've done this. I've actually been wither branch mining, and I first saw that from, I think Pearlescent Moon was the first I saw, where you spawn a wither, like you dig a long 1x2 hole like this, you spawn a wither, and then you just walk backwards and you kind of boops it like that. You just give it a little boops, and what happens is that it breaks all the blocks that it's touching, and it creates this kind of really cool hallway. which actually exposes like a lot of blocks, which is how I found the most of these diamonds. And I've also been doing quite a bit of strip mining as well. As you can see, we got some nice long tunnels here, and I think these actually extend beyond this. This is just the edge of where FreeCam can render to, and we're off in this distance quite a wee way as well. And this tunnel is quite long. We used, I think, 3 withers to do this length of tunnel, and as you can see in my chest, I've got enough for 1 more, so I'll either go that way or maybe I'll do a kink off to the side somewhere at some point, who knows. But we've got beacons, we've got a bunch of deep slate, and we've got a bunch of diamonds. We're hella rich. The other thing you might have noted was that I've got all these eggs here, so what I've also been doing is just spawning chickens around it so that when it blows up and fires off skulls, I'm actually collecting wither roses. And I've gotten about 100 or so wither roses in this fashion, which I've used in another project already, which you're going to have to wait for the next episode to see, because I don't think I'll have time to show you all of that in this episode, but that is quite exciting. It's quite a cool little project, which I'm quite excited to show you guys. Boop. Boop. Boops. Boops. Boop. 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 One of the other things that I want to make clear is that I did start a lot of projects in my time off, but I did not necessarily finish them all. This next one I want to show you is one of that kind of variety. So when I was down wither mining, I also discovered a few geodes. So we've got this one here, which is a very big one. And then if we go into FreeCam, where are we? Where are we? This way. We've got 2, which is another pretty big one. We've got 3, which is another pretty decent one, and then we got a 4, which is a little baby one. And as you can see, all of these are ready for another harvest as well. These get loaded in actually pretty well when I'm on kind of this side of my base. And I have just gotten like a ridiculous amount of shards. And I think this is probably more shards than I'm ever going to need in this world. But I want to make it pretty. So I have a plan of what I want to do. So I want to make a really cool entrance up top. I want to decorate this room and the other 3 geode rooms in a really cool way. And then I want to do something for how to kind of go between them. And I think that's going to be one of the tasks for next episode, which I'm quite excited about. And I'll just briefly show you what's in these other bits of nonsense. But I don't think I'm going to need any more shards at any point. But I think what I'll do is I'll use these to collect, like use the Silk Touch, so that I've got these for decoration. I imagine I may want to decorate at some point in the future. And then I've just got these pickaxes which help me not to break the buds, which are the fortune, but they don't have any efficiency. So they're a little bit slower, which makes it a little bit easier to kind of gather without accidentally breaking one of the buds. So I got those as well, which is pretty nifty. Oh, we got so many shards. We were absolutely rolling in it. Will I ever need this? Will I ever make this much tinted glass? No, I will not. And what kind of Minecraft player would I be if I didn't do some work on the main base? And as you might see, we've got a little bit of progress on Trash Village, and possibly one of the most evil looking lighthouses that's ever been built. I don't know why, I don't know how I did it, but this thing looks just menacing. I kind of love it. Like, Trash Village is gonna be the most like peaceful, nice. It's just like a little bit of cobble, a little bit of oak and spruce, you know, nothing too serious. And then you come off the sea. Oh, don't look at that. I did the back. I definitely did the back. And you just you just see this absolute menace of a lighthouse. But I think it looks really cool. So you might remember from the last episode that this river actually like stopped here and like land cut off here. And so I filled all of this in first to then build the lighthouse on what used to be like a little sandy strip that came out. And I actually like filled this in. Like, this is solid stone all the way through. We didn't do no shortcut and just at the top level. No, I filled in the friggin' ocean, guys. And built this just gnarly. It's just, I love it. Such a cool build. And I've also changed up the roads a little bit. I don't remember how far I got with this, if I'm being totally honest with you. I still haven't cleaned up my chest monster. But I've added a little path, added some little decorations on the outside. And I actually wanted to ask you guys, so I really like the look of this mud, the packed mud and the packed mud bricks, and I think these are mushroom stems if memory serves. Work really well together as a road. But one, I need a transition block for the grass. I'm thinking like another kind of darker green, maybe like a green terracotta or a lime terracotta even, to mix in with the grass to see if I can blend it a little bit better. But also, is this cheating a little bit for what Trash Village was meant to be? So if any of you have watched from episode like 1 or 2, which please don't go back and watch episode 1 or 2, they're quite terrible, but the original plan for Trash Village was, so this was a vanilla generator village that I just wanted to spruce up and make bigger and use kind of early Minecraft blocks. So like your basic stones, your spruce, your oak, your glass panes, just like really basic, just a village tidy up and an expansion. And it's kind of ballooned a little bit to include some other blocks. But is this cheating? Do we care about that original like the vision of the old school blocks, or should we just do what we think is fun? Should we just build what looks good? I don't know, you tell me. Also, if you're curious, this thing has been running very nicely. I'm very happy that I built this. It's just been pumping out honeycomb, and if we pop down here, we've just got a ton of wheat seeds, a ton of wheat. We've got friggin' so much. We've got a full barrel of hay bales, and then all of these are filled with wheat seeds. I think I mentioned that I might be doing a large wheat field at some point, so those are definitely going to come in handy. And we're approaching kind of the end of the progress that I've made in the last 3 months. And we're getting closer to that thing that you're actually probably here for. We've been digging a couple of big ol' holes. So I've got these little gaps in the wall here, which I think are going to work really well as ways up and down from a big hole. Yes, we've got a big hole. And in my big hole is a giant array of chests. Ooh, curiouser and curiouser. Yes, we also have item filters, which are not set up yet. But what I want to do, this is not going to be this episode, next episode, or probably even the episode after that, but I want to include a big expansion to my villager trading hall. There's a bunch of things that I don't have access to yet through the villages. And the upstairs just isn't quite big enough. So what I'm planning to do is have upstairs as my kind of emerald getting place. So I'll keep the farmers here, and what I'll do is I'll move a lot of these guys down, and I'm just going to have these guys. Hello, Fred. Is it these guys? The guys that you can sell. Yes, it is glass panes for 1 glass pane each. So I'll keep the farmers, the glass pane guys, and the glass guys, and my librarians. Who are the glass guys? The librarians sell me glass. I make them into glass panes and I can sell them to Fred over there. But I'm going to have a bunch of Freds, and it's just going to be the glass trade. And this is how I'll get all my emeralds, I think, up here. And then downstairs will be where I get all the blocks. And what I've done is I've actually already started to gather all the useful blocks that the current villagers that I have sell, and already there's like 31 different trades that we can get from these guys, and a whole bunch of useful blocks, and there's more that I haven't even got yet. Like if I have more of these stonecutter dudes, there's more of this, and I'm sure there's other trades that'll be useful to get as well. So what I'll end up doing, money making, I'm going to fire the emeralds down the hole, which will be down here somewhere. And then I'm going to have rows of the different kinds of villages that I need down here, with a big old place to like stack up emeralds and trade away. And then I just chuck them all in this thing, and then they'll sort themselves out. And then I'll have all these chests full of villager goodies. I have aspirations, okay? What am I going to use all these things for? I don't know. I really don't know. I just like hoarding blocks. And we'll build with them in the future. We'll do stuff with them, I'm sure. Okay, I'll stop teasing you. We will travel the dark tunnel to slime time. Yes, it is time for me to show you my slimy balls. And this thing is looking pretty fancy. This thing took me a long time. Let me get up in here actually. As you can see, a lot of deep slate has been used, a lot of iron golems, a lot of slimy boys. And what I tried to do was have additional golems over here and kind of have like a lazy river of slimes. But it hasn't worked particularly well. It's mostly empty most of the time, but that's fine. That's fine. I tried. And this thing actually goes down quite a wee way. So what I might do is I might just show you in free cam quickly. So when you're coming from the back cave, you can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. But this thing goes down 10 levels, I think. This thing is pretty massive. And took A while to dig out, and B, a while to place all the blocks. So what I really love, I was so blessed. I was having a look around on Chunkbase, looking at slime chunks, cause I don't know. I was bored one day. And I noticed really close to my base was a chunk of 7 slime chunks, all touching. That was really close to my base, and I was like, where the heck is this? Well, right friggin' under Trash Village. In particular, right under my trading hall. This beacon is essentially the middle of the 7. And under this, we've got the villager trading hall, and then if you go a little bit deeper, you are down into the giant slime farm. And I just had to do something with that. Like, you can't have a 7 array of slime chunks under your main base and then just completely ignore it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. This took probably a couple of those weeks of me just fart-assing about building this thing, and I'm very, very happy with it. So what will happen is that now that I've got this little pathway, which I haven't totally textured, I think you noticed there's a little bit of texturing on the first one. Very nice, very nice. I plan to take this all the way down, including the ceiling, and then this massive black stone wall here. All of that will get textured at some point. And then there will be the entrance here to the start of the villager trading hall, and then I can go up again. So this will be like the way I can get from the Batcave into Trash Village really, really easily, which is pretty cool. And I know you're probably all curious. Yes, my slimy balls are big. This thing has been just absolutely pumping, and oh, I thought we had overfilled then. No. Okay, we're getting close. We got probably more slime than we're ever gonna need as well. There's this, and then I've had to already package away a bunch of it. Like, I'm overflowing with slime. Like, look at all this slime. So I'm probably never ever also going to need all of that slime, unless I build like a world eater or something. I think at one point I want to do a perimeter. I think you got to at some point build some crazy farms in there. So maybe I'll build a world eater and use up all that slime at some point. But otherwise, I've once again built something I'm probably never going to need. But I've got a lot of resources. That makes me wildly happy. And if you're curious, all of these, all the items get shot out at the bottom here. And they just funnel up. And if we turn on these, you can see this thing just pumps out slime. All these slime balls, it goes pretty hard. And you might also note that I have been incredibly busy lighting up pretty much all of the caves. Like, there's occasional spots that I need to fix up, but this thing is about as efficient as you can get it. I've done a lot of torch placing. I think I've used some 2 or 3 shulker boxes of torches lighting up caves. So that also took up a fairly decent amount of my time. And this thing is just always just shooting out slime, just like me. And with that, with a beautiful sunset over Big Ledge over there, we're gonna call it an episode. Next episode, I've got huge plans. We've got things all ready to go, and this one you will not have to wait 3 friggin' months for. So probably catch you next week, guys. I will say it rather optimistically, trying to get back to a weekly schedule. Hopefully see you next week, and yeah, thanks for watching. I missed your beautiful faces. You're very handsome and beautiful and lovely and kind, and love you to bits. Okay, bye. Ooh, I got so distracted showing you my slimy balls, I forgot to show you my other goodies. Ooh, mamma mia, we are rich, we are